the first thing we do is we inspect our book. So we're going to look at the cover of the book. What does the book look like? What is inscripted on it? What is the shape of it? What color is it? What does it look like? And then the second part of it is to open it. And we open it to a relevant location. Our intention, again, we use intention and imagination, our two big tools. Our intention is that we get the information that is relevant now for us or for our sitter. So this is what your intention is for this. Your imagination goes into this area where you can access the book, explore the book, and then we put it on your reading screen and then explain exactly what you see, explain what the book looks like, open it to the relevant location, and then see what happens in there, what is there to tell your sitter, what is there that they can then access. If they have questions around this or have questions up front, you can then ask the questions and then ask, to go to the right relevant place and then see how that unfolds and then explain what you see on your reading screen. Again, we don't really want to analyze it too much. We basically want to see what we see in front of it. If there's something that relates to you in some way, you can explain that, what the relevance or how you see it. But it's not really about telling someone, what you think about it. It's more just giving the information through to someone. They then can spend the time dealing with it. Okay, so this is very simple inherently, because we're basically doing a reading, and the reading comes from the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records is really about, what is your kind of a life path, what is the development of you as a person, and it's almost like a book of all the lives that you lead and all the information that's contained in it, and you can then access it and see where you are in this journey of your records, and what is there still to do, what is there to learn, so on and so forth. So this is really what it's for. It is for us to get clarity about our purpose on life. Maybe say somebody is really struggling with their situation right now, and we look in Akashic Records and we see that, okay, that struggle is very relevant, and then we can say to them, well, your struggle right now and what you're going through is very relevant to your growth, and you really should live this, and make the most of it, and get every angle of what you're going through, and getting every angle means that, okay, well, you're going to probably make mistakes and overcome them. So best is to find ways of dealing with the situation the best that you can right now, and then you can say, well, how much of this is what they need to know. I think some people suffer longer than they need to. Honestly, they just struggle to learn their lessons. If there's a lesson to be learned, they can really immerse themselves in the experience, learn the lesson quickly, and then if that experience is fully covered, and if all the lessons are learned, if you avoid everything and you run away from things, then you could take a couple of lifetimes to learn one lesson. So the point is to learn your lessons pretty quickly. So this is something that they can really then get a good clarity on what's happening right now, and that they can just get some comfort in knowing that, okay, well, this is something that they just have to get through the quickest they can and deal with it in the best way they can, and move on. There can also be a little bit more different types of things. I think many people told me I'm a healer, and I think they never really explained it. And the explanation of healers, I think, is very vague and very difficult to do, and then you can find yourself doing different healing modalities, and the real point of this lifetime is that most of the things that you need is within yourself, and I think you don't always have to go and find things outside of yourself. You have to find it within yourself, and you have to find something outside in the world that resonates with your inner self, and bring yourself to it. So I was always trying to do this in a different way, and I think that something like the Akashic Records can then point you in a direction of saying, well, how can you then align with your inner self? What is your inner self then? How does it represent? And then they can make decisions of how they can bring the outside world to match their inner world, which is really the point. Of course, it's about having this experience, having the awareness of knowing what's going to happen, and then, find the growth of yourself. Okay. All right, so the next part we're going to do is we're going to do the meditation, which is then going to lead you to the Hall of Records, and we're going to go through it, and you can then explore what happens there, and then in the class we can then share it. So once we've done the meditation, once you're finished with it, make some notes, and then we can do the first bit of the class, just really just going through it and see what everybody's impressions were, what they experienced about it.